Everyone, it's Chrissy from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I bring you the Nitecore i1. Alright guys, in my hand I have the Nitecore i1. That's what it looks like. A little bit different. Looks a little bit more bulky than the usual chargers that you'd find. My one came with, I think it's a USA plug, so I got to use an adapter here in Australia. Doesn't really matter that much. Alright, this thing is very special. Why? It's the only Nitecore charger that charges at 1 amp. Nitecore doesn't have any other chargers that charge at 1 amp. The downfall is it only charges one battery at a time, so that 1 amp it's getting charged faster. But obviously I've got a D4 too, so charging two cells at 750 is going to be faster than charging the one at 1 amp. But that's okay because it was a special buy because it does do the 1 amp, what they say. And what else makes this even more special, well not for me personally because I don't smoke, but it's got a port called an ego port, not ego, it's actually, well it is, it's ego. You screw it in and then it charges it like so for your e-cigarettes. Not a feature that I need, but I guess for a lot of people it's going to be a lot easier. I was reading about these egos, I don't know that much about them. Apparently there's some that come with USBs already, but yeah, so obviously being a Nitecore charger, this is going to be a lot safer than probably using the charger that they supply you with anyway, because you know what you're getting is a good product. So as I said, it charges one lithium ion battery at a time, and it automatically detects the size of the lithium ion, so it changes the charging current. So if you've got a bigger cell like a 18650, which is my most common cells of charging, and vapors use them a lot too. I'll be reading about the 18650s. It's going to charge that at 1 amp, but if you've also got a smaller cell like a 14500, which I was also reading that vapors use a lot, that's only going to charge at 500 milliamps, which is better for the longevity of the battery. You can even go lower than 500 milliamps, it depends how long you want to wait. So the battery is only like 1 amp total. You should really be charging it like at least half, so 500 would be the max. But it's going to shorten the life, but it wouldn't shorten it by too much anyway. It's more so for like something like a 16340, which I was also reading that you guys use those too. We use all the same batteries in our flashlights anyway. I've got all those batteries in the house. So basically, yeah, it's just like a simple, easy, all-in-one charger that does everything for you. There is actually no manual selection to choose between 1 amp and 500 milliamps. So that's one downfall, but that doesn't really matter because it chooses it for you anyway. So that's sweet. Already said it's got an ego port, so you plug your e-cigarette inside there, and then that's it. You leave it to charge. Nitecore charger, it's got a few automatic selection options. So this charger, it automatically detects the voltage of the battery and chooses from constant current and constant voltage charging. So CC and CV, it automatically detects that and automatically detects how many amps it's going to be charging at. So literally, it is like fully automatic. It's also made specifically to charge IMR batteries, which is another version of the lithium batteries. Now another great feature is that it automatically activates depleted cells. So cells that are below a certain voltage, where the cutoff gets cut off. It says for protected cells only. So I'm guessing if you got a cell that's unprotected at 1 volt, it's not going to reactivate it. That is dangerous too, so be careful if you're going to try and do that. But if you got a cutoff on your cell at 2.4 volts because it's a protected board, then obviously it's going to reactivate that. A lot of chargers do that anyway. Even if it reads 0 voltage, once you put in charge, the board resets itself. So it's also got reverse polarity protection, and it also comes with short circuit protection, so you don't get fried or fry your battery or fry your house. I don't think you want to do any of them because these batteries are pretty expensive too. So the fire protection on this should be better than what it is on a lot of other chargers too, because it is a little bit wider and thicker, and the battery does sit down a little bit lower inside here, if you can see what I mean. That's pretty deep in there. Now it says this charger is designed for optimal heat dissipation. I'm surprised I said that in like one go, the dissipation. Most chargers are anyway. When I was using it, the back does get hot, around about there. I can feel most of the heat is just about there, but I'm guessing that that's where all the circuitry is anyway, so obviously it's going to heat up there first, and also that's where the voltage comes in from the mains, so that's just normal, but that is pretty much where most of the heat is anyway. The charger is certified worldwide, it appears, by ROHS, ROHS, CE, FCC. I know the FCC is the American one, CEC, and KC. I'm not sure where the others are from. It doesn't have the Australian one here, but I think that we use the FCC standards anyway. If it passes theirs, it's sweet with ours. And it's also insured worldwide by Ping, an insurance group, company of China. I don't know what they mean by that. Like, if anything happens to the charger itself, it's insured, or whatnot, which would be the warranty, or if anything happens to your battery or your house, that's insured too. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that one. Now we get stuck into more details actually. Pretty much 1000 milliamps. So 1 amp, it charges 26 650s, which are the really short fat ones, 18 650s, 17 670s. I don't know what a 17 670 is. Let me think. Oh, I think I do. It's like the one that's in between, but I could be wrong. And then for the 500 milliamps, so the USB output only does it at 500 milliamps. And anyway, even if you want to use this USB output for 500 milliamps, if you're charging a battery, it's going to charge the battery first, so you can't use both at the same time. That's the feature that they built in. Maybe there's not enough amps running around in there, so pretty much it's going to charge either the Ego battery first or your normal cells, and then it's going to prioritize for the USB after that. As I was just saying, the USB is prioritized at 500 milliamps, and also all other Ego and lithium ion batteries. So you only get a max of 500 milliamps for your Ego battery to charge at, which I think they're a little bit smaller cells, so that's sweet anyway. And I'll run through what cells they can charge. It can charge the 26 650s, 18 650s, 17 670s, 18 490s, 17 500s, 17 335s, 16 340s, also called the RCR 123s, 14 500s, and 10 440s. So it does pretty much like a wide variety of batteries, and also it's specifically made for the IMR chemistry cells. I just brought some IMR 18650s, so that's great. But most chargers charge them anyway because all those batteries are 3.6 and 3.7 volts. Alright guys, I'll just show you what it comes with. It's basically just got everything what a normal Nitecore charger or flashlight would come with anyway. So obviously you get the product itself. I'll run over that and I'll show you that up close. You get the manual, which this one is actually in English, which is great. My last flashlight from theirs, it didn't really have any English on it, and this is good English too. You also get a warranty card, which is actually MIA. I don't know where I put that right now. Must have left it in the house. That just looks the same as all Nitecore warranty cards, the small little pack. And you get the box. The box is nice. It's really good quality. And something special is on this box too. I don't know, can you read that? Scratch off for validation code. So pretty much, you scratch it off, you go on their website, you enter the number in, and it tells you if you got a real product or a fake product, which Nitecore doesn't usually do on their chargers, but for some reason now they are. It's a really good idea, so you know that you're buying a genuine product, and you got the satisfaction and safety of having that genuine product. Alright guys, let me just run over it so you can see it a little bit clearer. Hopefully you can see that. It's getting a little bit dark here now. That's your Ego port, as I've already said like 5 times. Your normal port for normal batteries. This is adjustable. As you can see, it's got a spring inside. It springs up and down. You got a couple of lights here. One red and one green. Red is for charging, and green is for when it's done. On the back here, you got these things, which help with grip. It feels like foam rubber, and they actually work very, very well. Most Nitecore chargers don't come with these grip parts, but I can leave this pretty much anywhere where I need to, and it grips fine. It's got a couple of specs here. You can see also what I mean, like how thick this thing is and how deep down it goes. So obviously you can easily fit in your 26 650s in there, quite easy. And in fact right now I'm going to throw in a couple of batteries and I'll show you how they fit. Alright guys, here I have a protected 18 650. Let's see how that fits in. and this is probably like the largest cell that I have. You can see there's not that much room down there, but there is a little bit of extra room. You can get it in and out quite easy. See, it goes in and out, very simple and very easy. Not much struggle there. So here I have a protected 16340, or as you may call it, a RCR123. Very tiny cell. It fits into the charger very easy. It's a little bit loose, but not too loose where it'll fling out. You can still move it around. That did just fling out. But obviously you're not going to be throwing your charger around in the air. If you just bump it, it should pretty much still stay charged. They could have made the spring a little bit tighter, but then you don't want it too tight for when you try and put your bigger cells in there, because then it's going to be a hassle too. Right, guys, just a final note about this i1 charger. So all around, like, it's a great charger. It does the job that it's supposed to do. I'm just having one problem with it. I don't know if it's mine or if it's all of them. I emailed Nitecore and no one's gotten back to me. The charger seems to be cutting off at 4.17 volts. Now, I can't really call that a major problem, but it is a little bit to the lower side. I would have liked maybe 4.19 volts. My UM20, my D4 stops at like 4.2 volts exactly. So I don't know if it's just my model or whatnot. And also when I'm charging, kind of the light doesn't turn green even when it's finished unless I kind of nudge the battery. So I'm not sure if it's just mine. I will wait for Nitecore to get back to me, but it's been like almost a week and no one's bothered to email me back. So maybe leave your comments in the section below and tell me how your i1 is going. It's not a major problem because I did test it with a couple of different multimeters. 4.17 volts, it might in the end shorten the life of the battery a little bit, like you won't be able to reach the 4.2 volts fully, but it's better to be on safer side than sorry. But to me that 4.17 volts is just a little bit too low. I reckon that they could have made it 4.2 like what they would have usually done. But all around it is a great charger. It's a good price, it's a good build. Obviously there's not a lot of chargers where you can just plug your Ego port straight in. There's not also a lot of chargers that have a USB out. So all in all, it is a great charger. The price is cheap, it's a good build. If they just fix these little flaws, if my one isn't just the only problem and it is a bigger thing, if they just fix that, it'll be a perfect charger. You don't really need a fancy screen because it does everything for you anyway. Alright guys, this has been Chris from Everyday Survival Gear, bringing you the Nitecore i1. Thanks for watching, and as always, like and subscribe.